Something is off. You've been on the journey of YouTube and you've gotten to this place where you start saying statements like this. How come I'm not getting the watch time that I need? Man, these watch hours are really taking a lot out of me. Like, do I even have the momentum to keep going in order to reach this watch time? How do people even reach watch time hours? Why does it feel like people subscribe and then they disappear? Why isn't my subscriber count moving? I've been posting, so what's the issue? Or making statements like, I wish somebody could make a YouTube banner for me. I wish this YouTube stuff really came more easily, you know? I wish I could attract the audience that I want in order to reach my YouTube goals, in order to get monetized, or just to keep an audience that is steadily growing with some of the reasons people may click off your channel, click off your video. It could be the speed of your video, you don't have any visual factors, or they're just plain not interested in what you have to say. But the very biggest one that I have seen is that your channel is unorganized. Your channel's all over the place and you're jumping from niche to niche to niche. Are your videos even consistent with a particular audience? Also, if your channel doesn't look like you're serious, right? If your channel does not represent you or your audience well, people will not stay on for longevity. They won't stay, they won't be loyal subscribers, all right? And if your channel doesn't look like it knows who it's for or what you're offering, people won't stick around. It's not personal, it's positioning. People need to instantly feel like, oh, this is the channel that gets me, or they're out of there. Your banner might not give clarity. You don't have a banner at all. Okay, your banner doesn't tell people when you upload. Your banner doesn't tell people who you are, right? Might not be drawing in the right audience. Your thumbnails does not represent color psychology very well at all. Your channel itself is not guiding people through a journey. When people are doing those vlog videos, most of the time, the people who like the vlog videos, they are taking you on a journey of their lives. Your YouTube channel needs to represent a journey. Your YouTube channel needs to represent a flow, right? And your channel might not be telling a visual. I want you guys to think of YouTube as video marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is attracting a certain group of people so that you can know who they are, what they like, what their dislikes are, what are they struggling with, and that you become the solution throughout your videos. Okay, thinking deep on your YouTube channel, not just using YouTube as a hobby. Okay, we're no longer using YouTube as a hobby. We are strategically thinking about who our audience is and how do we visually represent that we have what they need. Okay, your job with your YouTube channel is to allure. Okay, you have to visually allure people. Just like everybody talk about, oh, being attractive. You need to create a visual that allures people, that attracts people, that magnetizes people. Okay, that's why I talk about presence here on this channel a lot. Y'all will hear me use the word presence. Presence, magnetism, visual appeal. YouTube is not just an algorithm problem. You don't just worry about the algorithm itself. Okay, this is why YouTube has you create branding and a layout. You guys are missing your branding and you're missing the layout of your channel. That's what you're missing. And I'm going to help you guys with that as your digital design coach. This is where a design critique can change everything. I've created the YouTube design critique service over on my website as your digital design coach. This is what I've been seeing throughout the years. When I go over to people's channels, you guys have a sky as your banner. Okay, unless you talk about the weather, why is there a sky as your banner? If you're going to be using YouTube for business, you're going to have a banner that has a CTA in it, that has a message in it. I'm not going to talk about it super deep here. That's because you have to go and get the service, okay? Content starts to get harder when you do not have a focal point, right? When you do not have a focal point, you don't know who you're talking to, and you're not alluring your audience in with your thumbnails. Okay, the first thing that somebody sees when they come onto YouTube, they see videos and they see your thumbnail. That is the first thing that you're using to allure your audience. Yes, it is your thumbnails, and of course, it is your titles, okay? Now, let me tell you something. I'm not a title expert. I have to find somebody else who's really good at titles. That's not my forte. When people land on your video and or your channel as a whole, if they don't feel compelled to click, if they don't feel something, that's what's missing. This is why they won't stay. To create consistency, you need to create a pattern. Let me tell you something about people. You know how people like to fit folks in one box, in one sector? It's not because they're trying to make you feel small. No, it's because they are used to patterns. When you get somebody used to a pattern, they zero in on that pattern because it's familiar and recognizable to them. That makes your channel memorable, okay? So when you get off of consistency, people feel like you're no longer committed to it. So therefore, they stop watching your channel and forget about your channel. If you're not committed to making thumbnails that are representative of your brand, that's representative of your presence, you're creating an online presence. That's what I help people do. As a digital design coach, I help you guys create an online presence through YouTube and e-commerce sites. Your layout is either making people commit to your content or click away from your content. Stop watching your content altogether, okay? And I'm be honest, Sometimes people lose interest over time. I'm just gonna be honest. Sometimes people lose interest over time, especially if they've been watching you for a good while and their interests change and they want to see other people. Hence relationships. Sometimes people's interests go off to the left and they want to see other people. That's just what it is. This is why I started the YouTube design critiques service. Not just to point out to you what's off, I'm going to tell you what you're actually using that is helping you position you in a way that makes sense for the people you're trying to reach. This is the thing. You have to become visually appealing. You have to have visual appeal in order to allure people. That's just the way the game goes. All the girls be going to Bath and Body Works, right? I'm giving y'all an example. They either choose it because of their favorite color, they choose it because of the smell, they choose it because of the packaging. The packaging itself is alluring the woman. Okay? The packaging. How are you packaging your YouTube channel? Have you intentionally tried to visually package your YouTube channel? Whether that be your thumbnails or the channel itself with the channel banner and the way that you lay out your channel. Have you tried to be consistent with that? Or have you even thought about it at all? Let me know in the comment section below. Look at your overall channel and I'm going to see if your channel even has a feel. Does your channel have a message? Have you positioned yourself well on your channel? Services for people who have already started YouTube. I'm going to be giving you suggestions on what to improve, but it's up to you to do the improvement so that you can see what's working, what's not working, but you have to do it consistently, okay? Consistency is key, not just with your uploads, but also the way you are packaging your channel. Looking at the banner, we're going to be looking at your positioning. What value, what message do you bring to your channel? What does your channel page layout look like? Is there any strategy? I want to see if you have any strategy to your page. And if you don't, I'm going to tell you the strategy within the service. Okay? This strategy, oh my God. You'll be like, what? I'm trying to tell you. With this YouTube design critique service, you'll walk away with actionable feedback that shows you how to turn your views into trust. Okay? And trust into real growth. Your audience has to trust that you'll show up. Just like a TV show. They know that their TV show is going to be on Monday at 6 o'clock. They know it. So I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 6 o'clock. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So the consequences of not doing anything. If you keep doing YouTube the way that you're doing it without true branding, without a focal point, without that visual allure, without packaging your videos with that eye-catching thumbnail, with that eye-catching titles, with structure, your channel doesn't make people feel anything. As they're watching your videos, just posting content and hoping it sticks, you're going to burn out. You're going to burn out. That's why when you first get onto my videos, I talk to those of you who feel burnt out. I talk to those of you who feel stuck, who feel overwhelmed, who just feel like their brand is not getting where they want it to be. It's not getting the reach, it's not getting the push or the engagement that you want. Or you are brand spanking new to YouTube and e-commerce and building an online presence. Okay? Those who feel burnt out and those who want to start, those who feel stuck, those who attempted it. You'll keep creating videos that don't get the views that they deserve. Okay? You got to package your videos with visual appeal, with color psychology. What am I talking about color psychology? I'll tell you something. So I went to this job fair, right? So job fairs are not what they used to be. Job fair nows are just people send that booths and then they talk to you and say, oh, this is what we got. And it's basically like just referring you back to go home and, do the application. Okay. So I was at this job fair and I walked in with orange. I had an orange bodysuit on with an orange jacket with some black like slacks, but they had like very mini polka dots with my black boots, right? Okay, boom. It didn't give Halloween, so don't do me. Okay, it didn't give Halloween. But anyhow, I walked in with that and I had my little side ponytail with my brick orange lip color like how I'm wearing right now. Okay, so I walk in and then I go straight to this table, right? And the lady says, oh my God, you're wearing my favorite color. And she was like, orange is my favorite color. I'm wearing it here on my shoe. Oh my God, you're wearing my favorite color. And I'm like, is it really? Colors make people excited. They make people be in a certain kind of mood. Why do you think people change the color of their houses, change the color of their room, right? Colors bring on a mood. It brings on a feeling, okay? Just by me walking up to this lady with orange on made her excited, right? And I said, orange your favorite color, really? And I was like, you know what's ironic? I said, have you ever saw that movie Inside Out 2? And she was like, yeah, I think I've seen that movie Inside Out 2. Right? I just started talking to her about Inside Out, right? I was like, isn't it weird how like the color orange can bring about warmth, but then it can also bring about anxiety? I was like, isn't it weird? And she was like, you know what? I was thinking about that the other day. Because the character in Inside Out 2 is orange. And orange represents anxiety. I was saying the other day in one of my TikTok videos, I was talking about how the red light should not be red. The red light should be orange. Orange can represent warmth or it can represent anxiety. So you need to have colors that represent your brand's messaging well. Put that as your thumbnail colors. That as your brand's colors. Put that on your e-commerce site. So you have that consistency throughout your brands on every single platform that you use. If you continue to make the videos the way that you are, you'll keep wondering, why is my watch time low? And the worst part, you'll start questioning yourself instead of the setup. Stop thinking that you're not enough, that you're in imposter syndrome, you don't have confidence on camera. It's because you have not worked on your setup. Digital design coach, I set you guys up through tools of guidance. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, but what about creators like Tony Gaskins, who doesn't do thumbnails for his branding or his channel? He's super successful without being all glamorized with his YouTube thumbnails. Seems like his topics are all over the place. Now, you're right, but there's a reason why he can get away with it. Very consistent in the topic that he talks about. Have you seen his YouTube banner? Go and look at his YouTube banner. He understands branding. Oh, you never seen Tony Gaskins before. It'll seem like he jumps from topic to topic to topic now. That's because he has already earned the authority. Listen, he has already earned the authority. He has already earned an audience that's dedicated to him. So he's able to jump from niche to niche to niche to niche. People, this is the thing that gets me with people. People are like, you don't have to create a niche, you are the niche. Wrong. You are the niche once you establish a group of people who like you. But you had to start with a niche first. When Tony Gaskins came to the scene, what was he talking about? Relationships. Do you know how long this man was talking about relationships? And now he over here doing pop the balloon reviews. It's still tied to relationships. One minute I might be talking about YouTube. One minute I might be talking about e-commerce. And then the other minute I might be talking about presence, magnetism, packaging, digital design. It's still in the same realm of online presence. And teaching people how to be attractive online through marketing, design, and branding. Phrase that I say all the time is aligned by design, because you are a brand. If you're going to believe that you are a brand and you walk through this earth like you are that somebody, you got to believe it. You got to believe that you're an entrepreneur. You got to believe your value. You got to believe in your YouTube channel. When you let the non-engagement take control of you, so you start asking yourself, is my content good? Should I even be doing this? Right? You feel like you failed at YouTube. Let me tell you something. I started YouTube in 2011. Felt everything that y'all are feeling about your YouTube channels. But I had to sit down with myself, okay, and the Lord. Let's put the Lord in there. I had times where I quit YouTube. Still feel this pull about YouTube. It's so refreshing to see that someone has dressed up. When you dress things up, you attract, you allure, people come. It's magnetism. You want your YouTube channel to be a magnet. It's trying to dress it up, style that thing, and present your power here on YouTube. Back in school, they had y'all dress up a PowerPoint slide. Dress up that PowerPoint slide. You don't just put words on the PowerPoint slide. Like, oh, you just did this. No, when you actually put some animations on that thing. Why do y'all think with my videos I have animations and things popping up and jumping up? Because it keeps people's attention. Sign up for a YouTube design critique. It'll be in your bestest of favor. You want that YouTube watch time. You want those subscribers. You want to meet your goals, right? Your monetary goals. You have to dress it up. Lay it out. Just like how you lay out your outfit. It's church time. It's Easter time. They call it homecoming time. You is laying out your outfit with strategy. It's time for you to lay out your YouTube channel with strategy. And I'm going to help you guys do that through a YouTube design critique. But in order for you guys to get the critique, you have to do the prerequisite, which is the Find Your Why Guidebook. If you've been watching the other videos in the playlist, I have explained to you guys why you need the Find Your Why Guidebook. It is your ultimate game plan for your content strategy. For your overall motivation to keep this entrepreneurship journey going. Okay? The guidebook is the handbook to your content strategy and how you're going to talk. What's the message you're going to have for your audience? There are certain pages with a star. They're marked with a star in the corner. I need you to submit those pages to me in order to get a YouTube design critique. All right? Why is that the prerequisite? Because you need to know what your message is, who your audience is, and what you're really showing up to do. We want your channel to really reflect the purpose and pull people in. Okay? And since you made it to this video this far, I've got something just for you. I need you to use the code CHANNELFIX. CHANNELFIX. When you submit the pages to me, put the code in the message when you send the pages to me. Yes, that is an incentive. You will get a discount if you use the code CHANNELFIX. my website through the chat bot. What is a chat bot? That thing that pops up on people's website and start asking you questions. I got 4 different prompts on there. You're gonna click the one that says submit my pages. Easy. And it's gonna be a link that pops up. You click that link and then you're gonna submit your pages. You get the guidebook, you're gonna type in the answers. Okay? That represents who your audience is, how you're gonna speak to them throughout your content, throughout your e-commerce platform. Make sure y'all get the guidebook, sign up for the YouTube design critique so we can make your channel pop and attract the people that you want to reach. I'll see y'all in my next one. It's your digital design coach, So Tree Accessory.